Hey guys, what's up? It's Levi here, and in this video I'm gonna teach you something about one of the most important things when it comes to defending in EAFC 24, and it's called the sprint jockey. Obviously, first of all, I have to explain how the sprint jockey works. Therefore, we go to the controls. As you can see, L2 means a jockey, and R2 obviously means a sprint. If you have the normal settings, which I use, and are just the default settings. Obviously, maybe if you change this up, the controls can be different, but regular settings are L2 and R2 to perform the sprint jockey. Sprint jockey is probably the best thing when it comes to defending, because if you use jockey on itself, you are still pretty slow. You will probably be in a good position to tackle if your opponent is getting close. But if your opponent is doing skill moves like step overs or maybe reverse elasticos, you probably will be too slow to follow him and intercept the ball or tackle him. When he's just walking into you, jockey on itself will be enough. But if you want to keep up with the pace, you should use the sprint jockey. The sprint jockey is probably the best way for intercepting passes. If you're trying to predict your opponent where he's going to pass to and you're trying to be in the passing lane, you should not use the sprint only, because then it's really hard to intercept the pass. That's why the sprint jockey is probably the best solution for all these kind of situations. If you don't really know what to use in which situation, you are probably the safest by using the sprint jockey. When you are defending, you want to have as much control of your player as possible, obviously. As you can see in these clips, I use sprint jockey. In this first example, it is with Militao. Militao is a pretty good defender from itself, but by using the sprint jockey, it feels like he's at the same pace as attackers who are probably more agile and do have more pace. But because I use the sprint jockey, he still feels very comfortable when jockeying, and it's easier to keep up with the pace, as I mentioned before. This makes it just way easier to watch your opponent. You have more time to think about what he's gonna do, because you don't need to be too early, because you're not gonna be too slow. And you guys probably know, when you're just using sprint, you will be fast, but it can feel a bit like you're ice skating. So in these situations, when your opponent is in your box, try to make use of the sprint jockey for sure. Same goes for when you're trying to pressure your opponent, maybe on his half, maybe even when he's taking a goal kick. You want to intercept the pass, you should always go for a sprint jockey. If you are defending with a jockey only with your attackers, they will just be too slow. And again, if you're just using sprint, it will be so hard to intercept the ball because your player is probably ice skating a lot. And obviously, there's something new in the EAFC 24, which makes a sprint jockey even better than it is, and that are the playstyle pluses. You have a lot of players with the playstyle plus jockey. You obviously also have just the playstyle, which is also really good. But players like Koundé, regular Koundé, the new Spinazzola card, or maybe even the Reece James special card, they have the jockey plus. If you have the coins for them, try them out, because you will see that the sprint jockey with them will be so smooth and it will be so easy to defend. For example, Spinazzola and James, who are fullbacks, they will easily keep up with the pace of Mbappé, for example, while you're just sprint jockeying. So you can have way more control on the wing. It's way easier to block the passes or maybe make a tackle. That's why players with this playstyle, or maybe even the playstyle plus, will be really good in defense. So if you have the coins for them, make sure to try them out. Obviously, it's personal preference. Some people will maybe like the anticipate or the block more. For me, the jockey plus is really amazing. I hope that I helped you guys out a bit with this video. I hope you guys learned something new about defending. You must use this sprint jockey to become an advanced defender in EAFC 24. Make sure to like this video, drop a comment down below if you want, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and see you guys next time. Ciao.